film, and others said that's one of the problems with the film, that it didn't happen. But it's a style that we kind of started in Goodfellas, and Nick and I. And so Nick and I took that style that we developed and took it to its furthest limits of shaping and shaping and shaping with many asides taken through the narrative by the use of voiceover.
Voiceover is key, but it's got to be real voiceover. And I talked to these guys. I got them on tape. And you can't write that. You can't write the way a guy out of the Chicago gangs talks.
Here was the perfect front man. I mean, what the fuck else could he be? He didn't know too much. He didn't want to know too much, especially that the bosses made the Teamsters lend him the money. He wanted to believe the Teamsters gave him all that fucking money because he was smart.
So when you've got that body of dialogue, how can you not use it? It's priceless. And so we made it so that it was a part of the narrative.
What am I going to do? Go back home and start a war? I mean, Nicky's a made guy, and I'm not. I can't do that.
Careful, gaming.
But as I got more voices, and as these people began to open up a little bit, in the end, we had one voiceover, then we realized we had a couple.
Ace was so fucking worried about his casino, he forgot what we were doing out here in the first place.
There's even one line of voiceover from Frank Vincent's character that breaks the whole rhythm, but it's a very important line.
There's one thing about these old-timers. They don't like any fucking around with the other guys' wives. It's bad for business. So I lied.
And so I thought it was important to bring this third character, minor character, and then hear his voice in his mind. That's the only one you do in the film.
And background action, action! FBI! Don't be alarmed. We have business to do.
I think the big highlights of it are true. Of course, it's hard to sometimes always stick totally to the truth because it's just not cinematic. And, sometimes it happened on Tuesday, but in our movie it's going to have to happen on Friday. And some people will actually be very offended by that and upset by it. It was Nick's job to make Ace understand and to get him to approve, because he did read the script and he did have to approve the script, which always makes studios very nervous and writers very nervous.
The minute I finished working on the movie, I immediately went back to the book. And I was typing every minute, and my editor, Michael Corda, was unbelievably helpful because it was really murderous. Because I had to get the book out before the movie. That's hard. If they're already shooting the movie in Las Vegas when I'm still typing. I can't imagine the mob getting to a better position than they were in Vegas in the 70s before they lost it all. It's Paradise Lost, really.